So here we are, day 3 of Romford Horrific Film Festival 2026. We have just shown a feature called The Watch Killer, and now we're going to talk to the director and crew of this movie. So do me a favour, let me know who you are. I mean, you don't have to introduce yourself, we know you.
Oh.
So let's go down the line and tell me who you are and what you did on the project.
Yeah, I'm Russ. I wrote this weird thing and I directed it and shot it, and also unfortunately acted in it because we couldn't find any actors. And this guy, tell him.
So my name's Lewis, hi guys. I played Stanley the Watch Killer, and I also produced the movie as well.
Awesome. So Russell, 100% less killer bunnies in this film. Why?
Yeah. Oh, we killed them all.
You told me you were coming back with a killer bunny feature.
I should.
You absolutely
Yeah. More
should.
bunnies.
Absolutely. Where did the Watch Killer come from? Because you say it's a little bit weird and it's a little bit off the ball, and it absolutely is, but I feel like this is a little bit sensible for you as well. It's quite a serious film for you as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have an affinity for collecting watches, so I bought a whole bunch of like trash watches to destroy. And then I was like, oh, I want to do some sort of feature for zero budget. I think I spent $1,000 on it.
Wow.
Just for like food and stuff and like, you know, a couple lights. And I wanted to involve this guy because we went to Performing Arts College like 20 years ago together. So yeah, we slotted it in and we did it for 8 days. So yeah, but it's kind of sensible in parts, but yeah, as soon as my character comes in, it kind of ramps up the weirdness, I feel. So yeah, this is good.
And what was the pitch for yourself? Obviously he's wanted to work with you for a while now, but what was the pitch to get you involved that made you think, yeah, this is the one I'm going to do?
This is the one.
Well, basically it was actually a couple of years ago that Russell came over to England, and it was a short film that featured here last year, all about Stevie. Now that actually, just the day before, Russell said, can you get over to Harrogate a bit earlier, we'll do a bit of filming. So I got involved with All About Stevie, and then it was actually, I was 39 then, and obviously the next year I'd be 40, so I said to Russell, you know, let's take the next step and do a feature-length film. And, you know, my 40th is next year, it'd be nice if you could come over and celebrate. He said, hit me up in the new year, I'll start looking at flights. So I booked 2 weeks off work, had the 40th birthday celebrations and shot the movie. And yeah, I enjoy acting and I'm a major film buff, and yeah, it was nice to do something together, and also, because don't worry, it hasn't got to my head, but I've been called a relatively nice guy, a lovely guy, the nicest guy on the planet, a really good guy. So the name of the game in acting is to play people you're not.
Yeah.
So I said to Russell, write me a vile character.
So with you being such a nice guy, how do you get yourself into that headspace once he's written this character for you and you read it on the page and you're like, oh my god, how do you then prepare yourself to get into that mind state?
I'm quite a big fan of dark material, horror movies, thrillers, action movies. So having watched a lot of those, I can draw inspiration from those. And I must say, I have received a lot of positive feedback about the performance, but I think it was certainly a two-hander. I've got to give props to Russ as well, because there were times, you know, when I was overdoing it and he told me to rein it in and or tone it down. So I think it was certainly a two-hander. Take Russell out of the equation, the performance might have been a bit over the top or not as good as it ended up being.
Oh, it was
so
great.
It was
Yeah,
a two-hander.
it would have been great anyway.
Thank you.
I mean, you have to say that he's absolutely
Yeah. He's going to knife me. I'm wearing a silver watch.
So my little homage to the film, we've got silver watches.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that. So with this being like an 8-day shoot, you're on a bit of a lower budget, of course. What was the biggest sort of creative risk that you guys took with this movie, do you think?
Well, I just came over with a red camera, and then we got 2 lights, and then I brought like a little aperture, couple mini lights to like act as fills or whatever. But we're like, okay, there's gonna be minimal nighttime scenes because it's just me lighting. And then I think the risk was I don't know any actors because I've been in California for 20 years. So I was like, dude, you got to find a pub, a second pub, and all this stuff for free, like hookups. And then, like a little conference room, which was £40. And everybody's like, over here, everybody's like, oh yeah, you're doing a movie, cool, I'll help you out. In California, they're like, $5,000, please. Yeah. But I think the risk was like, I didn't get to meet many of the actors for like the fill-in parts, the killed people. Right. Like in advance, but we kind of like just rolled with it, which was cool too, But yeah, you got some good people.
Yes, yeah. I think I'm going to say, ironically, the second kill is my good friend Jim, who I used to do karate training with. Now Jim's actually second dan in karate now, so had we not been acting, I think he'd have been able to sort me out.
So with that in mind, calling in favours and people doing good things for you to get your film made, what is the thing you saw today up on the screen, or the thing that you see on the screen when you watch your movie that you're the most proud of? Because everybody can tell me what's wrong with that movie, but I like to know what's actually right with it. What are you most proud of with this film?
Well, just a pure technical standpoint, I knew I couldn't find anybody easily find somebody that would be the whole hog for sound with a boom, a mix, and a decent setup. So what I did, I bought a $300 by DJI, a two lav kit. So we just rocked out. I put a lav through here, taught the actors how to put their own on, and I'm like, record. I'd make sure the red's going, and I didn't even play back. I just let it go, and that was the cleanest thing to me, was the vocal sound. Nothing was dirty or anything. It was pretty shocking, to be honest. Yeah. We just let it go. So it's kind of cool what you can do. And in DaVinci, I used AI voice. I would never use that AI creatively. No, bad, naughty. But for cleaning up sound, it's really, really good. You can get rid of a lot of stuff and then pull it back for background noise that you want to keep in. Yeah. So.
And for yourself, maybe from an acting or a producer's kind of point of view?
I particularly like the scene where I have the fake blood going over the face. I really like that bit.
That was the first night.
Yeah, that was.
Straight in there.
Yeah.
That was the first night. It's let's do this.
Yes.
And he was exhausted. He's like, no, please. I'm like, no, we've got to do another scene, dude. Yeah. And he's just like, oh man. But he was so stressed out. I was like, use it.
Yeah, I'm going to say, because I specifically remember that was day one. We woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning, did the food shop, got the booze in, and then
we had ongoing beers all the way through.
Absolutely. We spent the rest of the afternoon putting together the camera and lighting equipment we'd ordered off Amazon. Started shooting about 11 o'clock at night. So you can actually, in that scene where I'm wiping the blood off on my face, you can see my kitchen clock in the background, which reads 1:20. That was in the morning. Bearing in mind we've been on the go since 8 a.m. And I'm obviously
just setting up, and we bought a lot of random little artwork for £30 or £20, and we kind of dressed his place up because he had too many cool movie posters. I'm like, this guy's not a movie poster guy. Let's take that shit down. Let's dress it a little bit.
Because I remember we did the blood on the face, and I cocked it up a couple of times, and as I said, it was 1:30 in the morning. I've got to curb my language, obviously, because this is live, but okay, right, fair enough. So I cocked it up 2 or 3 times. Yes, I was. 2 or 3 times I messed it up, and he went, cool, let's go again. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. He's like, what's wrong? I said, I'm fucking tired! He was like,
I was like, one more time, use it.
And you were like, well, get it right, and then you can go to bed. So I finally did get it right.
In a nice way.
Yeah. And then I did. You were saying the bit I was most proud of, because I did get it right. Right, that's money in the bag. Let's watch it back. Oh, that looks amazing. Should we put that in the trailer? Hell yes.
Yeah, for Lewis, he hasn't acted really that much in the last few years. So I had to show him back the really good takes in the first day just to say, check it out, this is worth it, it looks really cool. And then he's like, oh, wow, okay, I'm not that tired, let's do this. Yeah, it was good.
Seeing you guys here today and having seen the project that you've made, The Watch Killer, and I love the vibe that you guys have here right now. Is there a project tucked away in a drawer somewhere that you would love to work on together again?
Do we have something that we've talked about? I'm sure you've got a better memory than me.
Yeah, I mean, I'd certainly love to do something again in the near future.
Yeah.
We haven't actually set anything in stone yet, but 100% I'd be up for doing something else in the future.
Yeah, we've talked about doing something else in the next year. Like, it would be really cool.
Yes.
And since he might come to me in California, where I've got like all my stuff. I've got all my stuff at home. Like over here, I'm like kind of like minimal, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
We'll do something for sure.
Definitely.
What's the one thing that you guys feel like you've learned through this movie that you maybe didn't know? Number one, about filmmaking, but also about yourself that you've learned on this film.
It's really fucking hard to set up a shot, jump in front of the camera, check it on your phone, sort the focus remotely, and then be like, "Now I'm ready to act." It's like that was really trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I would do that again. I'm just gonna like we'll get you some more actors that I can just like be behind the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really cool though to like come through the other end.
Yeah.
Because it was like kind of a feat that we actually had anything watchable, really.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think be a bit more creative on the next one too. You know, take a bit more daring chances. Like the hypnotism scene with all those close-ups, I really liked that. I thought that was the best scene.
Right.
I want to like lean more into like a bit more artsy maybe, but without being fartsy artsy.
Artsy movie?
Yeah, artsy.
Wow.
No, artsy horror.
Artsy killer bunnies.
Yeah, artsy killer bunnies.
And yourself, it's something that you've maybe learned on this process you'll take forward?
Yeah, well, of course we did performing arts together at college, so it was all theatre, stage stuff I'd done, and obviously film, TV is a whole different ballgame with the acting.
Yeah.
So I obviously discovered that over the 2 weeks that we filmed, and also I think the long, drawn-out scenes with the dialogue, more often than not over the shoot, they ran like clockwork. No pun intended. And then it's the stuff that lasts like 5 seconds in the movie.
Right.
That was the hardest stuff to get.
That's true. It's
Yeah.
true. Something that's like really simple.
Yeah.
Like I had a shot over his shoulder of him rubbing blood off the watch, and I racked focus from that to him pulling it up, wiping it off, and then pulling it up. And it's the simplest like 5-second shot, but it took 15-20 minutes, and I was just like, you know, shooting 6K, and I was like, this is gigabytes and gigabytes, and I was like, it's cool, but it's like, but then we do most of our stuff in like one take, dialogue, right?
Yeah.
That's
So-
the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to say there was another one as well when in the hotel. I've written Prince of Wales Park on a serviette, and all I have to do is just go like that. By that point, it was like just approaching lunchtime. We'd shot like 4 scenes back to back, hadn't we? My brain was mush.
Yeah.
And I was like, can we eat?
You had a
I'm
lot of
hungry.
dialogue in your head. Yeah.
I saw it and I was really hungry as well. I was ready for my lunch. But yeah, all I had to do was just slide it out and no, hold it that way, then slide it that way. No, hold it that way, then slide it out. I get it.
Yeah, it's
took about
difficult as
10
well
takes
because,
to get it.
because I didn't have a monitor or anything as well, so I kind of had to like look at it and be like, okay, and then like move his hand, and he's like, that doesn't feel right. I'm like, but it looks right, and then we got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took like 5 minutes to get like a dinky little thing, but yeah, it's kind of funny that way.
So how many takes do you have of you licking plates?
Oh, one take,
That's
one take. I was just like,
that's-
okay, I'm gonna
that's
look
the
around and be creepy and just be like licking the plate.
It
I got
works.
some reactions though. It was nice.
That scene irks me.
Yeah, it's just so weird.
I'm going to push it out to the audience. Do we have anyone out there who wants to ask a question? You will have to put your hand up and shout. Go for it.
Thank you for the film. I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Great.
There's one bit I didn't understand though. It's the guy who's smashing up stuff in the kitchen, and then your character kills him. Why was he killed?
Oh, he wasn't killed. He was supposed to overdose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Like maybe that wasn't very clear, but like
Right,
just kind of like
yeah.
we showed him doing the coke, and the next thing he's in the, and then I'm like, oh well, he's dead.
Got
Kind
it.
of like I'm figuring it out for the first time too.
Right.
That's the way it was supposed to be. But yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
And I actually did I was gonna show. I actually had the shot of me going over there, and then it showed from the dead body perspective of me, like going, oh. Then it showed the body, then me, and then I'm like, well, Mark's dead. But then I came back, and I was like, it's kind of more interesting just to show it visually as just like a little like flash. And my composer added like a weird thing, and I was like, that's cool. I wouldn't have expected that. So a lot of like the sound stuff, I sent it to my composer, and I just said, I want music or sound here, 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 and I didn't really give him too much. I steered him if he went way off, but for the most part, I was really happy. But he like really added a lot of like, especially in the hypnotism scene, he added like the silence and stuff and the little, and I was like, oh, that's good, it's cool.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? You will need to put your hand up. Oh, we've got someone there.
We were saying that there seems to be like a lot of different styles going on, and we were wondering if there was any particular influences you have.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the talky bit at the end. I want it to be like really like non-horror, just kind of like more like a really basic version of like Seven or Heat with like two people talking and like just really the Scooby-Doo moment of like, oh, Harold isn't Harold. But like all of the earlier stuff, like even the hypnotism scene, I was like, okay, I want to put a little bit of David Lynch influence in there and stuff like that because I really love that abstract, weird stuff. And to be honest, I should have leaned into it a little bit more, but I wanted to tell a story that you can actually follow instead of getting too confusing. So the next one I'm going to be more confusing. So and then I won't get selected.
Yeah. There was also a little Apocalypse Now nod in there, which
he came up with that. He's like, "How about this?" And I'm like looking at the camera, and and he just starts going like, it just shows him, and then he's like bringing up the little mask, and it's like, and I was like, "Yes!"
Well, because we came to shoot that, and you were like, "Bring it in from the side." No, that looks rubbish. Bring it in from that side. That looks rubbish as well. What about no? That looks rubbish as well. I said, "Well, what about Apocalypse Now?" He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "The bit at the end, Martin Sheen, I think it is, the swamp, slowly but surely rising out of the swamp with his head, you know." I said, "What about if I have it off camera and I slowly but surely bring it into shot?" He was, "Yeah, let's give it a try."
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it was pretty collaborative because I'd come up with like the general idea of like, okay, I knew where the shot was going to be from, and then I was like, I kind of want this, and then he's like, oh well, if I do this, and I'm like, let's try it, and most of the time we found it.
Yes.
It was good.
I also remember as well there was the haze in a can, which Russell called a game changer, and it did look good on screen. But obviously he had a lot to think about, so he said always remind me before we shoot a scene whether we want it or not. And there was a catchphrase that picked up throughout the shoot: haze the shit out of it.
If in doubt, haze the shit out of it. It's like I didn't have that much to play with, so we blasted a lot of light. So we got sheer curtains, so like when he was in the bedroom, the natural light would come through, and I was like, you know, it just looked really flat. So I was like, we just got this haze stuff that I'm actually surprised I could get it over here. It was like kind of hard to get, but I still have like 10 cans of it over there because I couldn't take it home with me. So that's for the next one. Haze the shit out of the next one.
Oh, well, I'm going to say that was the annoying
thing. It
thing.
just adds like consistency to like the feel of like the look.
Yeah. I mean, that was the annoying thing. I remember you had to bulk buy it. You couldn't get it in a single can. It was
like a 12 pack.
$145 for a 12 pack, and we used one can, didn't we?
It was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it.
There's another 11 movies in there.
Yes, true.
So JJ's got lens flare, you've got haze.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm going to end out with two questions here. First one's for Russell. You can both answer it if you want, but it's mostly for Russell. If your movie was the human embodiment, if it was an actual person, what would its karaoke song be?
That's a good question.
It's a throw.
MC Hammer, can't touch this.
Nice. And for our actor, if you got to remake any classic movie out there, if you and Russell were working together in Russell's style, and you were remaking any classic movie out there, and you're the lead, you're also the only human because everyone else is a puppet.
Okay.
What movie would you remake?
Wow, no, that is a tough one. So many movies I want to remake, so many classics, everything.
With puppets, remember?
With puppets.
And you're the only human.
That is a tough one. And everybody else is puppets.
It's really not meant to be this hard.
Hey, that would be a good movie to remake.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
And everybody's puppets.
Everybody's puppets. I'm going to say that, the bank heist that spills out into the street, shooting that with puppets.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Oh, wow. Oh, I want to see that.
Yes.
Right, so guys, thank you so much for submitting the movie to us and letting us see it and putting it up on the screen
Oh,
today.
thank you
and
so much.
most of
Thank
all,
you very
thank
much.
you for being here. Russell, you've been a regular. Keep coming back, and we love seeing you, man, and we want to see more projects from you guys going forward. So can we get a round of applause, please?
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, man.